What's the difference between a Domino's pizza and a jazz musician? You can feed a family of 4 with a Domino's pizza. Starting early today, gotta give this a spin. This pile kind of just moves around the studio in the hope that one day it will get sorted out. Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. I say good morning, you could be watching this anytime, but it is good morning. I've been up since 4:30 this morning, so I am probably going to crash and burn later on tonight, but that's for a later time. Thank you those of you who took part in the survey, the online music survey. The link is still below, it's still open till Saturday morning. The 10 people who were in first, who are going to get a CD, are now running along the bottom here. I'm not going to send the CDs out though, guys, until I've done the draw next week for the saxophone goodies, because I may do. Who knows? If you live abroad, I don't want to be sending you 2 packages because the postage goes sky high. So thank you so much for taking part in that, and please do still get in there. You can still be in the draw for the mouthpiece, the neck strap, the reeds, all that kind of stuff. There's some really nice saxophone goodies on their way if you complete that for me, and there's some really interesting responses. I'm kind of going to address a little bit today, but I'm going to address some more detail next week when I kind of got everybody's in. Thank you if you've watched the tribute to Ernest Topping. I've led you up to it, and I haven't really said much about doing the video. Probably will maybe do another vlog about that, but it was a really sobering experience. And like I said in the video, it's kind of, Ernest has been this figure in, particularly I felt, my life for at least the last kind of 25, 26 years since I first started learning about the First World War. And to even sort of sit with my daughter last night and show her the video and explain and kind of realise the distance between myself and Ernest, or particularly Evelyn, as my great-grandmother, is the same distance that she knows from her great-grandpa, who she met and kind of still remembers, even though he died when she was just about 3. So there's still that kind of living memory there, and it's not, even though it's 100 years ago, it's actually not that long ago, if you understand it in terms of generations and in terms of family. And, you know, it's, as I sort of said to Amy, it's a strange thing. You know, we owe him a lot. If he doesn't die, we don't exist. So there's quite a remarkable story in there, and I urge you, if you haven't checked it out, to go and check it out. And also, I'm still running a Twitter feed for Ernest, at Ernest Topping. Now, obviously, it's been quite silent recently because I marked Ernest dying on Sunday, but there's some more information to come from what my great-grandmother received. I hope it will lead to Ernest has been recognised as resting in Cressel's Railway Cemetery sometime very soon from Commonwealth War Graves. So let's talk business, more specifically the music business. Now, I've been involved in the music business since I was 16. That's now 20 years ago, was when I first started taking paid music engagements, and some things have stayed exactly the same, some things have changed radically. The music business is a tough game, but like all businesses, it's tough. If it was easy, everybody would try and do it. Except in the music business, everybody does try and do it, and a lot of people do it who can do it a lot cheaper than those who are trying to earn their living from it. But the big change has been the advent of the internet, and this has happened for friends of mine who are photographers, people who make videos. The old model has been completely disrupted, and that contains a lot of negatives for a lot of people if you're kind of contained within the old model, but there's also a lot of positives if you can adapt to the new model. And one of the great things, as we're doing now, we're able to have this conversation through a camera, through a computer or TV, iPad, tablet, however you're watching me. That would never have happened 20 years ago. We couldn't have done that unless I was on the news, or, you know what I'm getting at. I mean, 20 years ago, the big thing was that there was a 5th channel coming to UK terrestrial TV. Now I've got over 900 channels and I still can't find anything to watch. By the way, here's a little interjection of me playing a solo in a big band, student big band, when I was 16. the idea for this vlog came from a conversation I had with one of my students who came and played with my band on Sunday, Simon, and I was sort of saying to his parents what I've said to other students who are now at music college. You know, nobody knows quite how the kaleidoscope's going to end up looking for the music business in the 21st century. We've got some pointers now in terms of streaming services, YouTube, but the thing is, things may change, things will change with those. The best thing you can do if you're a music student watching this is get as skilled up as you can, become the best musician you possibly can, take other classes, take classes in making videos, focus on being a really, really, really good musician. I hate days when I've not got the puff to play. Whew. Oh. Got in, waiting for another prescription, but taking advantage of Fleetwood's own produce. I mentioned before in this video about the West Wing, and I'm really loving the West Wing weekly podcast. I was wondering, just put a comment in below, if you have already seen this, or if you'd like to see it. It's the Ken Burns Jazz series. Came out about 16 years ago. I've got the full set of DVDs. I'm sure it's on Netflix or something. I'll have to check that out. Check it's easily watchable. But what do you think about a companion podcast to it? If you think that would be a good idea, I could certainly, you know, ask people like Bamford, Winton, and some of the other people who are involved in that are still alive. They could get involved in this and get some British kind of perspective on it as well. I don't know. Let's have it. If you're interested, I'll explore it. And if you know anybody who could sponsor it, that would be even better. I wanted to share with you a book that's really helped me, and I've just been flicking through it, and I'm actually going to spend a little bit of time this afternoon rereading this. It's by a guy called David Cutler, and it's called The Savvy Musician. There's another one called The Streetwise Music Professor, which I have on Kindle. I'll link to all these books below. Highly recommend it. If you're at music college, or you're an aspiring musician, or even if you've been long in the tooth, one of the things that I just want to say, on the survey, there's a few people who've answered it saying, you know, I'm a saxophone player, I'm a professional saxophone player, I'm a teacher, I don't need to have lessons. Guys, that's not a great attitude. I mean, I think everyone needs to learn. You know, when I look at the people I have lessons from, and they have lessons still, including some of the, you know, top saxophone players in the world who still know they don't have it laid down, there is still opportunity to always learn things from other musicians and always improve. It says here, bring music to places where its impact isn't normally felt and go beyond producing high quality events. Make work relevant and meaningful. I just want to highlight that again. Go beyond producing high quality events. That's the key thing. Go above and beyond what's necessary. Thank you so much for watching the vlog. Interesting couple of vlogs coming up soon. Thank you if you've already answered the survey. If you haven't, as I said before, it's down below here. If you don't already subscribe to my channel, then please come along. Maybe you'll help me get to 6 million. Who knows? My target this year anyway is to get to 5,000. So maybe you can contribute to one of those 5,000s. I'm also going to start doing subscriber giveaways soon. I've been quite enthralled by the response to the survey and things. So I'm going to try and think of some things that I can give away to subscribers. But you need to be a subscriber in order to take part in that. So as I finish, make sure you hit the saxophone button on the end and make sure you check out this video that's coming up next.